Just for you, Coach.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Good, how are you? Do you need water?
I have some right here. Look in mine.
Okay, perfect.
You want to eat?
No.
I always love it when we videotape you and you're eating.
No, I'm great. Thanks. Are these our new helmets? Yeah. You put that on, then all your readers can say that that's what we're wearing this year.
It won't really match the Under Armour
Yeah.
color, though.
Yeah, they did a nice job, Under Armour. They did a good job.
Let's talk about that. How much influence did you have on the uniforms at all?
Just a little bit. I mean, Under Armour has a great design team, and they had a specific plan, and they do a tremendous job. I think that they consolidating the shades of blue into one, powder keg blue, was a great idea. Coming up with the two shades of one gold and one, I guess they're calling it yellow, was smart. I mean, their objective was when you turn on the TV, no matter what sport you're watching, you recognize that it's a UCLA. The font, the color schemes, the three stripes being emphasized. So I know our players are very happy with the product that they've worn so far. I think the uniforms are very pretty and they're very functional. The fabrics are great. And everyone seems to be very excited about it. You're never going to please everybody. Obviously, that's impossible. But the most important thing is that it is a nice design. It does consolidate the colors, and as a football program, the fit, the technology, the fabrics are all very positive. So they've been great to work with.
Is there an alternate coming too, or just the two?
No. We really have, right now we have the ability to wear our traditional home, which is the gold pants and the powder keg blue jersey with the gold helmet. And then under that you can wear white or blue accessories or gray, which you haven't seen yet, they're coming. And then on the road, the gold pants with the white jersey, which is pretty. And under that you can wear white or blue accessories, and then the all white with the stripes. So I'll leave it up to the leadership council each week, what they want to wear. Not in terms of home, we have to wear, at home we wear blue, and on the road a white jersey, but the accessories. You can give them a little ownership, but it's not going to be crazy. It's always going to be consistent with, I think, the tradition of UCLA.
You mentioned it before that things like that, not only for the players, but also for what kind of feedback or what kind of response have you guys gotten from Under Armour?
Very positive. Very, very positive. They seem to, when they get their hands on it and they see it in person, and they talk to our players about the way things fit and the performance of the shoes, it's been very positive. We just started wearing it July 1st, so we haven't had a ton of guys come in that have really been able to test it out, but it's been positive so far, and it's been very positive with our players.
What's team spirit like right now?
What's that?
What's team spirit like right now?
It's very good. They're very focused and determined, and they've worked very hard this off-season, on the field, off the field, creating a chemistry and a culture that hopefully leads to a lot of success.
They seem excited to not go to San Bernardino.
Yeah, I guess they are. San Bernardino is someplace that we reserve the right to go back to, but just with the new facility and the Luskin Center and two new fields, it made sense for us this year to stay at UCLA and train there. It's an environment that's going to be very conducive to us, maximizing our time.
Do you feel like things are sort of gelling together with Josh coming back and the facilities and all that?
Well, I don't know if those are connected, but you talk about in program-wise.
Just the whole program, like everything kind of gelling?
I hope so.
That's something.
Getting Josh back and healthy, and showing up our offensive line a little bit, and for the most part being healthy going into camp. Most important though, it's the attitude of our players and the ownership that everyone in the program has taken for where we're trying to get and what it's going to take to get there. From a cultural standpoint, from a work ethic standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, sacrifice, all those there's words that I could use. Everyone's body, it just seems a little different. So we're not looking down the road. We're just trying to do the best we can that day. One day at a time. One practice, 1 minute. Try to, work the process.
For a long time, the facility was a thought, or, something that you guys were talking about. Now it's an actual thing that you can look at and touch. What's that been like? What's the response been like in the last month or so?
Well, the players, we haven't talked about it much with them. They're focused right now on their workouts and school tests. They see it being built. Most of them haven't wanted to go in. I think they want to go in, when it's about ready to be completed. And they're still a ways off on some things. There's still punch list stuff that has to be done. But Sunday we're in. At least the players are in. The coaches will go in later on. We're going to be working out of 3 buildings initially. We're going to be working out of the Morgan Center, Acosta, and Wasserman, with a slow but consistent move into Wasserman. And it's exciting. A lot of the graphics are up now. Really the last piece of the puzzle is the most, well, I shouldn't say the most difficult, but obviously very important and complicated, and that's the audio-visual, the video, the technology, and that should be done soon. So until it's perfect, we'll meet in Acosta. But it's, I think everyone's pretty excited. So this Sunday, I'll take them in, show it to them. We're going to have a picture day for our families, so the families can come and tour Wasserman, take pictures with their kids. We're going to have their jerseys on, do a team picture, all those kind of things. So it's going to be exciting. It'll be a good start to the season.
Is that a little difficult to be divided up among 3 different buildings like that?
It's a challenge, but not overcomable. It's worth it for the end result, and it'll be temporary. It won't be long term. Initially, I was worried that it was going to be long term, but the people working on the building at UCLA and the athletic department have pushed, and they've done a tremendous job. And so I know this, having the locker room done, and having the equipment room done, and having the training room done, and having the weight room done, and having the fields completed, those were the most important things. The next phase will be taking the meeting rooms from Acosta and moving them into Wasserman, which is just you unplug a computer and you plug it in a new office or a new meeting room. That's easy. And then the last phase will be the coaches moving in when our audio-visual stuff is done, and that'll be every day you just take a box over. So,
is it still compensating? You got to give yourself a little bit of time just to work out the bugs before the season, because after the season starts, there's no way, right?
Yeah, when I first was told that it was going to not be 100% complete by the middle of June, I was worried, but I've since realized that we can get it done and we can manage it. I'm excited about it. I think everyone's excited about it. It's a great building. I go through it almost every day. I haven't seen it in about 5 or 6 days right now, so I've been asking for pictures. But it's coming along great, and Casey, his contribution, and then every other donor that so generously, put forth money, we're appreciative.
What's your favorite feature?
I have Ben. I like the lobby. I love the ceiling in the lobby. Okay, the ceiling in the weight room. I think the weight room is beautiful. The doors that open onto the field. I love the outdoor patio, because we can utilize it because of the weather here in LA. And I love the team room. And then the locker room is fantastic. You know what? I
Seems like every part is your favorite.
You know what? Really, it is. I think they did a great job of designing it, and it's pretty neat, pretty darn neat.
You're going to have some recruits coming through soon to see you?
Sunday. We have an event for some specific recruits on Sunday.
It seemed like some recruits already have seen parts of it.
Well, a lot of it we take when there's when we've had events or we've had recruits on campus, we always give them a tour. But it's basically finished now. It's been in.
They don't have
production.
the hard hat when they go.
No, they do not. The no hard hats required anymore.
Is there going to be privacy? I saw there was some people like maybe what are some strategies for maybe let's consider? I don't know if that's what.
Oh, in the lobby there?
Polls like between the practice field and less like.
Oh no, those are for the nets for coffee. The kick into. Yeah.
Is there going to be privacy?
You know what? Not this year. You know, we hit a snag there, but we will have security. That is a real concern. You know, and it's not far-fetched to think that someone could, you know, rent a room and sit up there and videotape a practice. And I tell you, if you have videotape of a practice, it's a pretty good deal. You know, but we'll have security there, and we'll have security, you know, along Lot 8 there. So we'll do the best we can with what we've got. You know, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So we have a plan in place.
At the Rose Bowl, the teams, the home and visiting, they're switching sides this year. Are the locker rooms switching as well? So they're going to come out.
It's exact same locker room. So when they built those locker rooms because of the Rose Bowl, they're the exact same layout, just flipped. But yeah, we will now we'll be in the I guess it's the west locker room, the west side.
The shady side.
West side, yeah.
Are the kids excited to be in the shade finally?
I don't know that they even. I don't. We haven't. It's not something we talk about. I mean, those are details that if you're wasting time on worrying about, you know, what locker you're in, or if you're on the shady side, you're taking time away from. I'm talking about for the players now. You know, the important stuff. So I'm sure that 50% of them, when we get to the locker room on game day, they'll start to walk to the nose. We're over here now. That's probably what they'll do.
Is that what's going on? Because I noticed I was just there a couple weeks ago and it was under construction in the process of.
I think so, yeah.
The decals and whatnot.
Yeah, they do a lot of graphics inside the locker room. UCLA's it.
During spring, you talked about the appeal for Asiasi Field play this year. Is there anything to come out of that?
No, and I would say that at this point it doesn't look promising. You know, I think we tried to maybe liken it a little bit to Blake Barnett, but it's not the same. Barnett went to JC for a while, and Devin was transferred. So I think that one's lost some steam. It's still working it, but it's lost its steam. It doesn't look like it's.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Just about Devin Asiasi.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's something that's gonna happen this year. It would have been nice, but you know, those are the rules.
Technical question. Technical question. I noticed that there was a dedicated fullback position last year, and now he's back on defense. Is that not a position that's going to be replaced at all?
No, we have a fullback. Yeah, we still have a fullback, but I knew just he's a defensive guy. Yeah, he flipped back and forth during the season last year anyway. Yeah, and late in the season he was playing more defense than offense, but he could do both. But right now he's focusing on defense. But there still is the fullback position. Yeah.
We spoke a little bit about Sonny Adagwu earlier. How excited are you to have him on board?
I'm excited for many reasons. Number one, he's an amazing kid. I shouldn't say kid, he's a 24-year-old man. When you guys get a chance to meet him, you'll be very impressed. His personality is...
I met him at the interview.
Isn't his personality great?
Yeah.
He's an amazing person. And just his story, and he'll tell it. I'm not going to tell it for him if he chooses to tell it. But his story is very compelling and very unique and unlike any I've ever been around before. But to have a guy with his maturity and his intelligence and self-awareness and background in our locker room is only going to add to, you know, the chemistry of the team. And then as a player on the field, he's a massive guy, you know, and Hank will coach him up and Sonny will be dedicated to being the best that he can be.
Speaking of coaching up, what are you guys doing differently with the offensive line this year as far as making improvements?
Well, I mean, there's always adjustments every year, but you know, with a new coach comes, you know, alterations in maybe technical things, you know, hand placement, footwork, calls, identification of defensive fronts, drill work. You know, we're talking about a guy in Hank that started 120-something games in the NFL. And he didn't do it because he had the most talent of anybody. He did it because he was a hard worker, he was extremely smart, he was an excellent technician. And so you're seeing him take those qualities that helped him be successful and teach those things to our players. And there's just a good rapport with him and the players right now.
Everybody make it in from your recruiting class?
Yes.
Zabier, there's a little bit question. Is he in everything?
Yep, he's in. He'll be here. Well, I think he's in California now, but he'll be with us. He'll be at the opening on our whatever we're calling our opening, our team opening on the 30th.
This is Zabier.
Stefan Zabier. Great kid. Another compelling story that you'll learn at some point in time. So.
Three guards for 2 spots.
Well, here's how I look at it. You know, I think we have 6 offensive linemen that have played. And, you know, those would be Sonny and Colton. And then Scotty, Najee, Andre, and Kenny Lacey. Kenny, as you guys know, practiced a lot out of tackle during the spring. Andre played out of tackle during the spring. I think Andre is, you know, a really good player, and I think that between Najee and Kenny and him, there's good competition for the 2 starting spots. And then if there were, you know, a need to make a move because of injury or some other reason, both Kenny and Andre have the ability to move outside. So, you know, we need to continue to develop some guys behind those guys. Jacob Burton seems to be coming along well. He's almost 300 pounds now, about 296 the last Friday, and seems to really be starting to understand that position. But he hasn't played in any games, so that's scary. Michael Alves is coming along, Paco's coming along. Unfortunately, Alex Akambulo, you know, is hurt with the knee and he'll be out. And right now, Zach Bateman is not cleared for 100% activity because of his foot, but he should be back soon. So we've got to find 2 more guys we really feel good about, and you have 8. I think we can do fine. He'll miss the season.
Coach, can you elaborate on what you learned last year coming into this year? What's how you guys have learned?
Well, I mean, every year you learn, every day you learn. If you stop learning, you die. I don't know that I can give you anything specific other than that it's important every year to go back and evaluate what you're doing. And whether you have a successful season or a less than successful season, it's important to go back and go through every part of your program. When you have a less than successful season, you know, human nature is you dig a little deeper. You can go 2 ways. You can just say, aberration and brush it off, or you can dig in, and we chose to dig into every aspect of our program, whether it's the food we feed our guys, to the recovery time, to the way we meet, practice, present, dress, you name it, nothing was off the table. And so, you know, we put this thing back together in a way that we think gives us the best chance to have success.
With the start of the new season, talk about the zeal and the excitement with this upcoming season. I mean, because it's a brand new start.
Yeah, and if you're not excited about it, you know, then you should be doing something else. I think our guys are excited about it, but I think they're excited for a legitimate reason. That's because they've taken the players, the coaches, the staff, everybody's really taken ownership for where we were, where we went, and where we want to go. And the culture's different. The way they talk to each other is different. The things we're emphasizing are a little bit different. And our players have completely embraced it. And so that gives you a sense of enthusiasm. With that enthusiasm, though, you know there are concerns. And you can't ignore those concerns, and you have to work on addressing them all the time.
How tough is the Pac-12 coming into this?
It's tough. Yeah, there's no gimmies. You know, it's you know, we say that as a conference over and over. It's as competitive as you can get, and you know, every team is capable of winning any game. But for us to legitimize it, outside of our conference, someone needs to go win a national championship here soon. And then when that happens, then I think more of the nation will stand up and take notice of just how competitive the Pac-12 is.
How's Devon looking now as a redshirt freshman? Is Devon Monster?
He had a good spring. He improved every day. He's a quiet kid who's kind of coming out of his shell a little bit, and that needs to happen at the quarterback position, at least on the field. He has mobility, and I think he improved as a thrower every practice. I thought in the spring game, it was a spring game, so it's not a true evaluation, but it's about as true as you can get in the spring. I thought he did some really good things. I'm excited about him.
Is he your true number 2?
Well, no, there's competition with him and Matt and Austin, but coming out of spring, I guess if you put a depth chart up, you put a gun to my head, Devon to be there, but that doesn't mean he will be a weekend. He's got to continue to compete and progress, because I'm not going to write any of those guys off. Matt and Austin are ultra competitive guys, ultra competitive.
And Josh is picking up where he left off and making progress?
Josh is doing really well. I've been asked the question a number of times of him being on his third coordinator in 3 years, what effect that has on him, and I think it has a very positive effect. Josh loves to learn. He soaks up information. He just tell me more. I want to know why. I want to know how. I want to win. So to go from a guy like Noel Mazzoni, who was, worked in abstract ways and was very knowledgeable and kind of a low-key type of guy, poised, who gave Josh a sense of calm. And, obviously Noel had great success here. I think Noel holds just about every offensive record in UCLA history, so he did some really good things. And then to go to Tui, because Tui was his position coach. He was a gritty, quarterback who was a Rose Bowl MVP and great leader, and he had to work his tail off all the time and play in the NFL. They had a great relationship. And now to Jed, who has tremendous pedigree and has been around some really great coaches and players, and very cerebral, and has been a coordinator at the NFL level. I think all this has really helped Josh. He's got just a great basis of learning, and last year was hard on Josh when he got hurt. I think it reset him a little bit, emotionally and mentally, as to the importance of football in his life. Things had come probably pretty easy to him, and now all of a sudden he didn't have it. And so a little bit of reset, and I've only seen positives because of it. So
that was his first major injury, wasn't it?
At UCLA, and I think he might have hurt his shoulder at Bosco, but I think it's the only injury that's ever kept him out of a significant amount of time.
What's it been like to see him? He's kind of been lower profile these last, I don't know how many months.
I love it. We really very much just want to let our actions, do the talking for us. Our kids have dedicated themselves to, our young men have dedicated themselves to working very hard and saying very little. And we eventually want to not be low profile. We want it because of the right reasons, which means we're having success on the field. It doesn't do us any good to make predictions or be boastful or talk ourselves up when we're coming off the 4-8 season. We have a lot to prove. So we're just going to go to work every day and try to get better every day. And that's really the mindset of these guys. And like I said, they've adopted, they've owned it, embraced it, and they're living it.
You see, as a former player going to the Pro Bowl, and you have personal interaction with Kenny this year and all, but what is it like for
Oh, are you talking about me? No, I talk to Kenny quite often, actually.
And so what's it like for you to see him finally get to go to the Pro Bowl of Fame after all these years?
It's awesome. You see, I have a relationship that goes back to Kenny when my dad coached at UCLA. When I was a kid. Kenny was here. My brother, actually, Kenny gave him his jersey from his senior year. My littlest brother, Steven, who just sent it back to me about a month ago so I can get it signed by Kenny. We have an award that we give out every week called the Force 5 Award, and it's named after Kenny Easley. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the F5 on our helmets that some guys wear, and the leather piece. These are things that Kenny did. And so he's explained, he's spoken to our team, and he signs a helmet for us every year. And then the Force 5 winner, you only get it after a win. So we did give me out last year. They get to sign the helmet in the game, and then we have them displayed. And Kenny, when he sent it a couple weeks ago, he said, "This is the very first thing I've ever signed that says College Football Hall of Fame and Pro Football Hall of Fame." So whoever gets the first one is significant. So I get pieces of advice from him all the time. I actually keep on my phone the very first email he sent me when I got the job. I've known him since I was 12. So this is the.
On the other side?
This is the. Yeah, I'm not even saying. Just two. No, they're not a bad phone. I got a philosophy I don't want to even talk about publicly because then people will run with it. But you see when this email was sent. Kenny Easley, 2/23/12. He's welcoming me. He's telling me about the Force 5 and all. It's really awesome. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Morton Anderson, who I coached in New Orleans, and then he finished his career in Atlanta when I was there. And it's been great. Morton has developed a relationship with J.J. Molson and is kind of mentoring him now. And I think that'll really help J.J. So they've been talking a little bit lately, and kind of neat to see those guys have that happen in their lives.
In the spring, you had mentioned camp possibly not be opening to fans because of just the logistics of the way.
You can't. There's no room.
Is that the way it's going to be this year?
Well, I mean, it has to be. There's nowhere to, when they put that building up, it took away viewing space. So there's nowhere to watch practice. I mean, it's impossible. It's a great problem because we have this beautiful new facility, but it's a tough problem because it limits people's access to us. But I know this. Jed would tell me when at Michigan they lived in the submarine. Media was allowed out for 10 minutes a day, and they never got to see anything of significance. They never got to come in the football even in the practice bubble. And so fans had no access. At least we have as much open access as we can have.
You can build a grandstand on the wall.
No.
That's the Republican media.
As of right now, there's nowhere for the media to be either. There's no space. That building took up any of the space that we've used in the past for fans or media. It's gone, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And it's just part of the deal. So
You're replacing 4 starters on the defensive line.
People keep telling me that, and that's really not fact. I mean, who are the 4?
Jack, Eddie, Dion.
Dion wasn't a starter.
Dion didn't start last year?
Our starters last year were Jacob Tuyatu Mariner, Matt Dickerson, Ely sometimes, and Boss other times, and Tack. And 3 of those 4 are coming back.
You wouldn't count Eddie's starter?
Part-time. He doesn't start all the time.
Anyway, talk a little bit about
defensive line. You can call it 8 guys. It's the strongest position on our team, depth-wise. I think we have 11.
Stronger than DB?
I think so. Yeah, I think DB's second. We have 11 guys that can play. So.
How was it being with Tackett drafting?
It was an unbelievable experience. I mean, you saw his reaction.
Oh yeah, we all
It was
did.
so pure. It was so amazing to be sitting there with him. I mean, it was awesome because you knew where he'd come from, and you knew what he'd been through, and then carrying that picture of his grandmother around, and hearing his story, and then just that raw Tack emotion, and then sitting in the car with him. We were driving back after the draft. He and I were in the car, and he'd be on his phone and he'd be like, "Oh my God, Matt Ryan just sent me a tweet. Oh my God, Julio Jones just followed me. You know, and then you look at it and you go, I'm a first-round draft pick, or I'm a, you know, swear word, I'm a first-round draft pick. And then he turn around and look at his phone and he'd like get teary and talk about it, and it was just like, whoa. It was so cool. It was really, it was something.
He still got that humble nature about him.
Oh, he's such a great kid. You know, he's not going to change. He's been through too much to change. You know, he has a firm grasp of who he is and how he became successful, and he's not going to let go of that. And he's just true to himself, and he's authentic, and he's awesome.
When he was at the spring showcase taking pictures like he was still on the team.
Yeah. Well, that's
I got a picture of him and my daughter.
Well, he likes to sit around and watch cartoons. You know, that's what he likes to do, and he's proud of it. And you know, he played with a torn rotator cuff all last year, and he wouldn't let anybody know. And he wouldn't take a practice off. He would, you know, you try to take him out of a game. It was almost a fight to get him to come out. I mean, he's great. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. I was getting nervous though, as we were getting late in the first round, and you know, because the year before with Miles, he's like, oh, and Tack was giving me that eye, like, you know, maybe it's you. Yeah, so we were all very happy when you got drafted.
Yeah, I get the feeling these boys are your boys. They're not just
very
your
much so.
kids
Now,
on your team, they're your boys.
Yeah, because now they're the guys that, you know, we brought in to the staff, and you know, through the years, you just you figure out what it's all about being a college coach, and then having a son that's, you know, just graduated as a college athlete and one that's about to become a college athlete. It's just, I'm sending across the country. You realize the importance and the trust you have to put in the coach. So it starts to make sense to you finally, a little bit at least. That's it?
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Coach. You guys have a great afternoon. Are you back tomorrow or are you done?
We're over here for you.